Hi everyone, welcome to tutorial today. In our tutorial today, we'll be learning how to make this stylish gathered bustier top. So today is your first time of joining us. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. For our returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. And if this is what you are looking for, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and stick to the end of the tutorial. Like and share the video. Thank you. Okay, so this is what we need in order to draft this blouse. I've drafted out my basic body, so I'm going to run us through on how I got it. So this is my shoulder line, this is the armhole. I've measured the shoulder to bust, shoulder to the under bust, shoulder to waist. So from the waist to the hemline, I added 6 inches or so. Yeah, I added 6 inches to it. So I've imputed my bust measurements, my under bust measurements, the remaining I used for the darts, and also the waist measurements. Now on the hemline also, I used my hip measurements plus the darts, of course. So this is my normal hip measurements, but because the blouse flare out on the side, so I added 1.5. Added 1.5 for the side flare. So we're also going to do the same thing at the back. So let's proceed to make the alteration to the over bust area. So as you know that the shoulder is like it's a yoke, a gathered yoke. Yeah, the yoke is gathered. So in order to get that now, we need to get our yoke line, how high or how low we want our yoke to be. So from the shoulder line, for me, I'm going to step down by 7.5. So I'll step down by 7.5, then I'll extend the line. So I've extended the line. Now next we're going to do is we're going to do our over bust tightening. So I'm going to tighten it 0.5 on both sides. So tighten is 0.5 on both sides, and I will connect it to the bust point. Okay, so I'll connect it like this. Also, the 1 inch we use for the tightening here, we have to bring it out back to draw another armhole in order not to shorten our measurements. So we draw our armhole like this. So after you've done this, now for this I'm not going to give it any shape here. I just want it to be a straight cut like so. So like this. Now the next we're going to do is we're going to determine how wide you want the shoulder to be before we are still going to we are still going to gather it, but after gathering and everything, I don't want it to be wider than 4.5. So this is my 4.5 here. I'll mark it, then I'll connect it to this place. So 4.5 now, I've connected it to this place. So this will be the front yoke that I'm going to gather. So just label it the front yoke. So in order to determine the gathers now, we're going to use the slash and spread method. So you can just divide it by 1.5. Let's do it by 1.5, another 1.5. So let's just do it like this. We just slash it open, we open it like this. Okay, so we're going to label this 1, 2 and 3. So this blouse, but when we are cutting it out, I will explain better later. So now we've done the alteration on the upper part. For the hemline now, let's do an alteration on the center front here. You're going to step up by 2 inches. Then we're going to connect it to somewhere around this. Then on this side also, you step up by 3 inches. Yeah, by 3 inches. So in order to connect that now, I'm going to fold in our darts in order to have a perfect curve, so I don't have to be redrawing it. So once you close the dart like this, then from this 2.5 now, you're going to mark it out. So you have something like this. So then from this place now, you're going to have something like this. Yeah, so this is what we're going to have. Let's just cut down this like that. So this is what you're going to have. So let's come to this hemline now. Let's step outside by 0.5 inch again. So let's step out by 0.5, then connect this to it, then we'll connect it back to the waistline. So we connect it back to the waistline. So this is what we're going to have for the down parts alteration. So now for this yoke now, okay, on another thought, let's step down from this chest line. Let's step down by 0.5. Yeah, let's step down by 0.5. I actually don't want it to expose much, so I'm just going to have a little bit of curve around here. You know, for the yoke now, you can use two methods for the yoke. You can use a slash and spread method, or you can just, whatever you have here, you multiply it by 2, then you cut it out when you are cutting out. But at least I still prefer this slash and spread method whenever I want to do this kind of a thing. So with this now, we are done with the front part. So let's cut out our measurements, our draft. Please pardon me, I did not draw out my bust dart. It is very important. Please, I'm sorry, I just noticed I've marked it out. I did not draw it out. Please, it is very, very important because I've actually deducted this from the back measurements. Okay, so this is my bust dart. We'll cut it out when we are done. Okay, so this is the knee armhole we drew, so it's what we are going to use. So we have this, and also the yoke we cut out. So this is our yoke. Put it aside. Don't forget to cut out the shape. Okay, so this is what the front is going to look like. Yeah, this is what the front body is going to look like. By the time we cut this one and replace it, we'll gather it, so we have the excess around this place. And also you see this hemline now, this is what the shape here is going to look like. So let's proceed to make the alteration for the back bodice also. So also I've drafted out the back bodies with the sway back. This is my bust line, this is my waistline, and this is the hemline. On the hemline, the hip measurements, I also added 1.5 to the hip measurement. So we're just going to do the same thing we did for the front. We're also going to do the same thing for the back. So we come to this place. Let's do it, the hemline first. We step up from the center back here. We step up by 2.5. On the hip line, you step up by 3 inches. So we're going to connect this to this place and this one to this place. In order to do that perfectly, we're going to close our darts like this. To close the darts like this, then you just this one will come here. So this is what I have. If we can use your ruler perfectly, it's very okay. There's no rule guiding it. And also on this hip area also, we step out by 0.5 and we connect it back to the waistline. So that is it for the back also, the hem part. So let's come to the yoke also. We made the yoke for the front to be 7.5, so I'm making this one also to be 7.5. We draw it out. Then the neck wideness, I used 4.5 for the front. We use the same thing for the back also. Then we connect it back. Here I have not added my zipper allowance, so when I'm cutting it on the fabric is when I'm going to add my allowance. So this is just going to stop on the zipper area. So once you've done this, now if you want to use the slash and spread method, you can just go ahead to slash it like this. So this is going to be our back yoke. Don't forget to label the slash part. So this is what we are going to have for the back. So also let's cut it out. Okay, this dart for the back, I want it to be a cut through. So let's just make it like this. Yeah, I want it to be a cut through. Label your back, your center back, this is up, your side back, this is also the up. So this is the back patterns. So let's bring the front pattern also. So this is how the front pattern is. Okay, so let me quickly explain how the slash and spread method, how you can use it. So this is my front yoke now. I've slashed it into 3 and I've cut it out. So I hide it down with my paper tip here. I placed it on another fresh paper like this. So this is what I don't want it to be too full. So if you want it very full, it depends on you. So now I spaced it out. So this is what I'm going to do in order to cut the hem, and I want this place to be equal. So I just fold it in like this. So once I'm done like that, I'm just going to cut out like this. So at the end of the day, this is what I'm going to cut it out on my fabric. So by the time I cut it out, So this excesses here is what is going to form the pleats and everything. So this is the slash and spread method of cutting the gathered yokes. So thank you for joining us in our tutorials today. See you in lesson.